How you going? Um, I just recently finished playing Doom Eternal on the PlayStation 4, and I just wanted to give you my 2 cents on what I think it was like. Basically, this is a continuation of the 2016 reboot of the Doom franchise. It's a first-person shooter. It's super fast-paced. It's not sort of a like precision Call of Duty aim down sights kind of game. It's just like balls out, fast paced, it's violent, it's extremely violent all the time, and you get pretty desensitized to it throughout the game. And basically like the basic plot of the game is that there are demons from hell overtaking Earth, and you're basically the anti-hero who's sent to save everyone. So yeah, I'm kind of torn about this game. It's really difficult. I played it on normal, and most of the time I just got my ass handed to me. And it's difficult. It's quite long. I think it's about 3 levels too long. Like, I got to the last couple and just had to drop it down to easy because I was just at this point where I'd played it so much. I was like, dude, I just want to see the end of the game. And yeah, like, no spoilers or anything, but like, in the final boss fight, obviously there's a final boss fight. I found the sequence like really stressful because I knew how much I would have to replay if I died, and I was just like, please don't die, please don't die. And so yeah, it's like, it's kind of nerve-wracking and punishing. It definitely wants to push you into playing a certain way. Like, there's weak points on enemies that are kind of mandatory to take out, which means you have to use certain weapons to deal with certain situations, and it's like, it can be very inflexible in that way. Like, there won't really be multiple ways to deal with certain enemies. Like, it's the game's way or you die. And you have to like bend to its will and play it the way it wants you to play it. So it can be very rigid and tough in a lot of cases. I think there are these Slayer gates, which are secret unlockable challenges that are basically they're the hardest sequences in the game, but I actually found them to be one of the best parts because they're just so focused. It's like an enclosed little deathmatch level. It almost gives you this feeling of like, you're kind of playing like Quake 3 multiplayer, but just against like the CPU kind of thing. So there are moments in those bits that are actually quite hard where you just get into this flow state, you're running on complete adrenaline, and you're like, yes, this is what this game is meant to be. This is elevated. They've taken it to another level from Doom 2016. But then there are just a lot of other sequences that really kind of drag, just from purely dying over and over. So I think, yeah, I don't know, maybe there should have been an extra difficulty level like between easy and what normal is, because yeah, I don't know, even normal is kind of tough. I'll say the visuals are incredible, like the graphics are amazing, the scale of the levels is really impressive. Like it's a game that's presented really well. I love the exploration and the secrets. Like, they're very unsubtle about, they just put a big huge question mark where a secret is, and the thing you have to figure out is how to get to that thing, whether it's breaking walls or going through a hidden path to get there. So the secrets were probably my favorite thing about the game. So yeah, it's kind of a hard one. Like I'd say, if you played Doom 2016 and you liked it, you should absolutely play this. Like I couldn't not recommend it to you. Just going, but that comes with the caveat of it's quite a difficult game, and you are going to get really mad. You're going to rage quit at different points, because I know I fucking did. So it's, yeah, it's a really specific thing. I thought it was going to be one of my favorite games. Like once I was about like probably through the first 7 or 8 levels, I was like, this is amazing. Like I'm just flying, like I'm dying a fair bit, but I'm adapting and learning, and this is really good. And then after that point, there was like diminishing returns, and I feel a little a little less high on this game. So I'd probably give it 4 stars. But just keep in mind, it's quite a hard game. And it's a really specific thing. Like you may not be into the aesthetic of it. You may not be into just the ultra violence of it. So it might not be for you at all, but I feel like it's 4 stars just for being frustrating, but then the moments where it shines, it really shines and shows you that like there's a great game there. It's just great in fits and starts. So yeah, that's Doom Eternal. I'm sure there's plenty of stuff I left out. I've got a lot of different feelings on a lot of different topics, but I want to try and keep it short-ish, so I'm not like just talking at you for half an hour. Yeah, so that's it. Doom Eternal's 4 stars in my eyes. See ya.